Hello, Tyson Brando here with Remax Escarpment. Thanks for tuning in. Today, just going to give you a short video on how to navigate through the semi-annual CMA that you're going to be, you would have received. So I think we're going to find this report very, very valuable. It's going to provide you a lot of information that, normally we don't get on a regular basis as homeowners because, we're busy and real estate may not be our biggest interest, but needless to say, it's your largest investment, so you really should be kept up to date on what's happening with it. What's happened in the last 6 months, what's happened in the last couple of years in your neighborhood. So we think you'll really, really enjoy it. So just so you understand how to get the full benefit from it, this is just a short video. So we've used a sample address here of a property up on East 12th Street. So this is kind of central Hamilton Mountain near Fennel and Upper Wellington. And first page here, you'll see a previous sales history. So this is going to be no secret to you. This is what you paid for the home, but it'll also show you what the home sold for previously before you. So last sale, May 5th, 2006, $159,900 what it sold for. And this is going to give you a good idea of what things have been selling for recently on the next couple pages. So this is where you can see what I paid for it, perhaps what work has been done, but then also what are things selling for now on average. So good information for sure. So the next page here, you'll see on the middle of the page, you're going to see a red dot. That's your home, and all the other dots around it, properties that have sold. And this is going to go back 6 months because you're going to get this every 6 months. So all the properties that have sold, you're set for the whole year. And nicely laid out, you're going to see property address, what it sold for, and when it sold. Now, as you can see, there's not a whole lot of information with regards to specifics with each particular property. So if there's any additional information that you would like on a particular property, feel free to email us with the address, and we'd be happy to send you back a full listing of the property that has inside pictures and a lot more information, so you can see just how it compared to your property. So quite a few. Here we're looking at 36 sold in the area in the last 6 months. So quite an active area. Next, local area market stats. So these are what we call heat maps. Red being hot, blue being cold, and then a couple shades in the middle. So in the middle, you'll see in the last 6 months, the average price in this neighborhood was $237,000, and you can see around it, what obviously red being hotter. Over in the mountain brown, $945,000. So we must have had a couple bigger sales over there, but on average with a few of the blocks around it. Next, block growth rates for the last 5 years. So this is going to be a much broader thing, how, in fact, your neighborhood has done in the last 5 years. So we can see in this particular home, 20% growth in the last 5 years. We're going to see that although 20% is still better than you're going to get pretty much anywhere else you've invested in the last 5 years, it still trails a little bit with regard to the municipal average. But then look at a couple other areas here. We can see on the mountain brow, nearly 82% growth in the last 5 years. So if you bought a home in that area, chances are you're doing pretty well. And again, over by Mohawk College, 56.9%. So those are pretty substantial growths in the last 5 years. Next, turnover rate. So turnover rate is really the number of people who are moving out of an area each year. So the lower the number, or lower percentage, less people are moving, higher percentage, obviously more. So with no surprise, if you look over by Mohawk College, has the highest turnover rates, 8.8 up to 11.1. This could have had to do with either, probably a lot to do with the student housing. Either people are buying investment properties and they're either not turning out what they thought they were and they're therefore selling, or maybe perhaps other people who live in the area maybe getting a little sick and tired of that whole rental thing and moving out. Whereas you can see certain other areas, very, very low. So low typically symbolizes a bit of a more stable neighborhood. Next, average sale value, and growth rate. So this is where we can see how your particular block compares with the municipality. So as we already stated, 237 was the block average for this particular home with a 20% growth rate. But look at the municipality, so nearly 280,000, so quite a bit higher. And look at the growth rate as well over the last 5 years. So about a 13% increase more over the last 5 years than this particular block. So trailing a little bit behind there. 33% is pretty substantial growth in the last 5 years. Then let's take a look at turnover rates. So turnover rates, again, we already just discussed what it was. So this block had a 5.8% turnover. Municipality is a 6.2 on average, so a little bit lower than the average, which is not a bad thing. And then next and lastly, you're going to see information about nearby schools. So this is good if you have kids who are going to be going to school and you'd like to know where they are and all their contact information and everything and the distance from your particular property. But yeah, good information to have as a homeowner for sure. So that is the conclusion for the report. And we know that you'll really enjoy receiving this. If you have any questions, if you're not able to open it for any particular reason, if you know anyone who would like to receive this report, who's not currently receiving one, friends, family, coworkers, we'd love to set them up on this as well. I'm happy to provide them with some value. So until next time, thanks for tuning in, and please don't keep us a secret. Take care, guys.